After 4 miscarriages, I bought a baby off the dark web. Some women are lucky. When they conceive, their child is born safe and sound. They grow up healthy and happy. They become doctors, lawyers, maybe even the president someday. Some women are not nearly as lucky. They lose a child the first or possibly even the second time. But then they have their lucky day and they're blessed with an addition to their family. I'm neither of these women. I've never been able to carry a pregnancy to term. 4 times I've conceived. 4 times I've miscarried. It's never easy. I get my hopes up every time. I run to Mitchell with the pregnancy test, grinning and telling him that this is the time. This is the time our family will grow from 2 to 3. The first time my husband spun me around and kissed me several times on the cheek. He did that the second time too. The third time he only smiled. The fourth time the smile didn't reach his eyes. I didn't blame him. I couldn't smile either. Even though hope was attempting to blossom in my heart, I knew I'd never get to hold the life growing in my womb. I threw myself into my garden to distract myself from my pain. Because of this, I have quite a beautiful garden. I grow vegetables of all sorts, carrots, potatoes, a few stalks of corn. I even grew pumpkins last year. When the harvest comes around, I store what I can, and what I can't I end up giving to my neighbors. The little kid next door took the pumpkin I gave them and carved it into the perfect jack-o'-lantern. Well, mostly perfect. Its smile was lopsided. A few months ago, I was in one of my gardening chat rooms when the subject of children came up. My heart ached as I brought up what me and my husband had gone through, and everyone was so comforting. One of the other women, her screen name was Abby Loves Apples, opened up about how she'd also had several miscarriages before she'd had her twins 6 years back. Twin girls, identical in every way. They were so cute I nearly cried. If only I'd had the desire to keep trying like Abby had. I nearly signed off when I got a private message from Abby Loves Apples. I can help you have a child. Let's exchange email addresses. I can't bear seeing you suffer any longer than you have to. Of course, I assumed that she would bring up some sort of expensive medical treatment, something that my husband and I couldn't even dream of affording. Not like he'd even want to try. He was already bringing up getting my tubes tied when our tax return came in. It wasn't that at all. Abby sent me a long message about how she'd also given up hope about having children. How her husband had actually left her for another woman because she couldn't give him children. She'd lost all hope and was 2 days away from jumping off a nearby bridge. She'd made plans, wrote out her will, and was finishing up her suicide note when her elderly neighbor came to visit. That woman saved her life. The woman had brought her something to help her womb become as friendly as her garden. She'd given very specific instructions, and Abby followed them to the letter. With luck and a random man she'd picked up off a dating website, Abby became pregnant and gave birth to Ivy and Iris. And Abby was willing to guide me through this process with no payment necessary. I needed this. I knew Mitchell would never leave me. At least I hoped he wouldn't. But I had no other option if I wanted to give birth to my children. In a week, I got a box in the mail. Abby's instructions were simple, but she insisted I had to follow them to the letter. If I didn't, not only would I lose the baby, but I would risk my life as well. Thankfully, the instructions were simple. In the box was a bag of what I can describe as something like white sand. It was so fine but had a bizarre smell, almost like copper. I was to measure out a teaspoon of this stuff and mix it with a cup of water once a day, preferably around the same time, and drink it down. I know it was stupid to drink something I got from a stranger on the internet. I was desperate. And Abby didn't come off as a nutcase. It didn't taste bad, at least. It didn't have much of a taste at all, just left my throat feeling rather grainy and uncomfortable. I was to do this until I became pregnant. It wasn't hard to drag my husband into bed.